think about it, someone who don't know how to see the paper map, I have to see the Google map and then find more than 100 places. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. So today, what is our topic?
Yes.
Are you gonna introduce?
Sure. So today it's about the process that the North Korean defectors go through to get the South Korean citizenship.
Yeah, I was asked this question a lot actually when I gave a speech to international students and the global audiences. Some of them are fascinated to hear about that process. So what kind of process do North Korean defectors go through to have a South Korean citizenship?
Yeah.
Or do you know anything?
I've done a little research before. I heard that the South Korean government recognizes the North Korean defectors as one of our own because officially by the law we're still one country in war. So when they want to come and say, hey, I want to live in South Korea, basically it's easy to get the citizenship, but there is some official process to go through just to check if you're a spy or not, but it's not that hard. I heard.
I see.
I don't know if that's true.
She did a great job actually. Yeah, but not many South Koreans know this process, right?
I don't know the details.
Yeah, but you are very interesting to help North Korean defectors in South Korea, and also you are helping my channel and editing many things.
I love learning about it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why she knows much better than any other average South Koreans. But she's right. So the law mentioned that. I didn't know that actually this law before I escaped. Since, like when I was in South Korea, the NIC, the Asian people said actually the law mentioned that North Koreans are also South Korean. So we can get South Korean citizenship officially just automatically if we come to South Korea. But there are like a special process we have to go through. So we have to be in NIS, the camp.
What is NIS?
So National Intelligence Service.
Yes.
So we have to be checked whether we are spy or not.
That's where they kind of put you through interrogation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So for 10 days, it's kind of like a concentrate investigation, like a private room, and I was asked many tons of the questions since I was maybe 5 years old.
Your whole life story, basically.
Yeah, right. So they can check. And also they asked me my friend's name and my friend's mother's name. Do you remember?
Like little details in your life.
Because there are also other North Korean defectors who live in South Korea, so they might have a connection to check whether I'm a spy or not. That's why they ask many details.
Oh, so have you ever had those kind of questions after you were out of the NIS? Did they contact you saying, hey,
we received a newcomer?
can you verify?
No, even though we go through that process for 3 months exactly, but actually, I can say we are not free. Always monitored by
during those that period.
No, for 3 months. Also after that, if someone who knows about me told about the facts that I lie in the camp, you would be the suspect. For 3 months, that program to be checked our spy the progress.
Is it kind of like a prison cell?
Oh, I can tell you, we don't have much freedom. So when I was in there, we don't go to bathroom without asking to Asian people, and also we don't go out to the shopping and to eat restaurant. No, it is not allowed to go out of that camp.
Okay.
So that kind of like concentrate program process.
Just in case you're a spy, they don't want to lose you.
Yeah, I really would support that program, because what if the Kim Jong-un just send the North Korean spies?
Yeah.
Yes. And the other 3 months in Hanawon.
The education center.
Reeducation Center. So North Korean defectors don't know much about history. Korean history. It's made by Kim regime, not made by our ancestors. It's all of the histories of Korean histories is by the Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un.
Wait, so Kim Il-sung came around like 100 years ago, right? And so what about the history before 1900s?
So I didn't like the history in North Korea because all of histories is related the Kim dictators, and then there are special history. It's Kim Il-sung history and Kim Jong-il history and Kim Jong-un history. So for me in my school, I hate to study the histories because we must memorize all of dates what they did for us.
They ate for the first time, they walked for the first time.
Yeah, that kind of things. When they make revolution and when they gathered the group of like 타도 제국주의동맹, I don't know how can I translate that, but they are not human beings. They are heroes and they are God. So even the ancient histories is related with the Kim dictators.
Oh my God.
Right? And maybe some people might know, but I don't remember any histories that I learned in North Korea. I just memorized for surviving in that country. And also in North Korea, we are taught the Korean War caused by South Korea.
I mean, from their side, it's reasonable to convince people that we started.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But actually, it's not. It's not true. It's North Korea, right? Attacked South Korea.
That's how we
first.
learn. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Me too. Me too. Sometimes, like, which one is the fact?
Yeah.
Like, also history is a fact.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say 100%. It's always written by human beings, right?
Yeah, right.
By the victors.
Even Bibles.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But what I learned about Korean War is South Korea attacked North Korea first. That's why we had a Korean War, and then we suffered. That's what we learn. So that in that Reeducation Center, we learn about the Korean War, which side is attacked. And also, what is the memorable for me is how to type the computer keyboard.
oh, yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah, that is a new thing. But when I was in North Korea, my family was poor. I am from middle upper class, so I had a laptop in North Korea, but there was no internet. So what I use, the utility of a laptop is just gaming. That kind of rabbit eats carrots and that kind of things. But the keyboard, the location is different.
Yeah.
The letters location in North Korea, in South Korea.
For the Korean language?
Yeah, Korean language is different.
Oh,
So I had to re-practice.
I see.
I was shocked at the time. Wow, I thought that the keyboard is the same, but it's a different location.
They didn't like ours.
That's why they made their own things.
Yeah.
And the other thing is learn about the Korean language.
Yeah.
Konglish.
Because we have different, Konglish and modern language. Yeah.
So the teacher said, "Oh, today my condition is not good." So like, "Oh, 나 컨디션 안 좋아."
Yeah, we use the word condition in Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, teacher, what condition is? Is that a food name? So even Korean, even North Korea, like Korea were one country, we had to accept different like cultures, right? And I had to learn the new language, South Korean's news, and other things. That's why the 3 months of Reeducation Center.
It might not be enough. 3
No.
months are not long enough, maybe.
It's not enough. I think it's a good program, but for more than 3 months is too much.
Okay.
Because that is just like a study by the book.
Oh, you need the real life practice.
Yeah, but that is very essential program for North Korean
I
defectors.
see.
How to settle down in South Korea. It helped me a lot actually. So that 3 No, 3 months of Reeducation Center and NIS investigation process for 3 months.
Okay.
So total 6
6.
months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard if you're like an elite, like you worked in a higher position back in North Korean government, then you would have more information to sell out to NIS, and then they give you more money for each information that you give.
That is a very good question. So I didn't know that before I was in there. But out of the NIS, I met my friends who is elite in North Korea. And then she said, I gave my information very informative. So I got more than 10 million Korean won. So because she provided the quality of information, right? So for example,
That's a high price.
very high price because that is very informative for South Korean government.
I see.
And for example, the Hwang Jang-yeop, do you know who is the politician of the North Korea? The Hwang Jang-yeop, that is who is the elite and also who made the Juche idea, which is the North Korean state ideology for Kim dictatorship. So that Juche idea is like the version of Kim Il-sung's Marxism and Leninism. So he made a Juche idea for Kim Il-sung. Then that means self-relief. So if we work hard ourselves, we can make our own socialism. That means he created that idea for Kim Il-sung.
Okay, so somebody very important.
Very, very important. So Washington, at the time when he defected to come to South Korea, it was in 1997. And then Washington, the Post illustrate that about him. That's interesting, right? It was as if Joseph Goebbels had defected from Nazi Germany. So this meant Joseph Goebbels was a politician who was closest for Adolf.
Oh, Adolf Hitler.
Hitler. And then that means he's the very important person for Kim Il-sung. But he defected to come to South Korea.
Hwang Jang-yeop came to South Korea.
So Hwang Jang-yeop might have tons of money, I guess. That is very qualified information, very informative to NIS.
Yes, I see.
So now, kind of like, you know, Tae Young-ho, who was the deputy ambassador in
The
England.
Great Britain, yeah.
Yeah, England.
Yeah, England.
Then who escaped to South Korea. So
I met him in person.
yeah, me too.
Oh, you did?
He's a very intelligent man.
Very eloquent too.
Yeah, right. So they maybe he might get now oh my goodness, it's so difficult, the number $860,000
For the information.
for the information. But before they provided $200,000. But the South Korean government they increased that amount of money because it means give them the courage to escape. And then
That's an example.
Yeah, right. So people who are elite and then who have lots of information
Come to South Korea.
come to South Korea. That like encouragement to elites. Their information is very like essential to help foreign affairs in South Korea and also foreign countries the relationship. The North Korea always like exploited the kind of negotiation with America and with the other countries. So someone who worked with the North Korean government and provided that information, like we can change the North Korea.
Yeah, from outside in.
Yeah, so even $860,000, I think that's worth it.
So to wrap it up, I have one last question. Do you have anything memorable from Hanawon or NIS experience?
So when I was in the NIS, I had to find the more than 100 places in my hometown by Google Map.
Okay.
It was my first time to see the Google Map because there's no internet in North Korea. I'm so bad at direction actually. I don't know how to see the paper map to find my destination still. But think about it, someone who don't know how to see the paper map have to see the Google map and then find more than 100 places.
I think I know where this is going.
So it was my first time, and then the investigator told me that you have to find more than 100 places in your hometown by this Google map, and I was struggling more than 3 hours. Oh, where is my hometown? Even I cannot find my hometown, which is located on the east coast of North Korea, named Wonsan. Kim Jong-un was born there. And after 3 hours, I found my hometown and then started to find the places that I know.
Okay.
University and the hospitals and known places and beach and other many things. So I think more than 150 places that I found.
Okay.
That was my unforgettable moment in
Yeah.
NIS.
I mean, it's a very difficult task for somebody who uses Google Earth, let alone the computer, for the first time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was so tough for me to find the places from Google Map. But
Yeah.
now I can find it because I practiced a lot at the time. So if you like this video, please comment and like and support, and please don't forget and turn on the notifications so you will not miss any videos. Okay, see you in next video.
Thank you.
Bye.